Hi boys and girls. So today what we're going to do is Mrs. Cox is going to talk to you about informative writing. We've been having fun watching our butterflies go and grow and change, and so now we're going to read a little bit more, watch some videos, and read some more informative text so we can do some writing. And what I mean by informative text is the kind of books, non-fiction books, that give us real information about butterflies. So yesterday, I had in the Google Classroom to watch a few little short videos that gave you butterfly information. And today, Mrs. Cox is going to show you, I'm not going to read the whole book because this is the thing about nonfiction books. Often you can just read little parts of them to find out information about animals or things that you're interested in. And so I'm going to share a few facts that I thought were really interesting. And then what we're going to be doing is I want you to be thinking about the 3 sight words, because we're going to use these 3 sight words in our writing. So we're going to have butterflies can, and so we're going to be thinking about some things that butterflies can do that you might want to write about. We're going to write about some things butterflies have. Okay, we're going to use that sight word. And finally, butterflies are. And you're going to be writing 3 sentences using those sight words about butterflies. So you might already have some ideas from the videos, but I just want to share a couple more. This book is one that I like. It's called The Flight of the Butterflies, and it gives lots of information about butterflies. But one thing that's so interesting about butterflies is that they migrate. And when we say that word migrate, that means that the butterflies go to a warmer climate when the weather is cold, because butterflies don't do well in the cold weather. And so I just wanted to show you some parts of this book. Monarchs can't fly for a long stretch of time. Their orange and black wings are frail and tear easily. So how do they get all the way to Mexico? Most of the time, they glide on gusts of warm winds, okay? So right here on my butterflies can, I wrote butterflies can migrate. We saw that a lot in the videos you watched yesterday. Butterflies can fly. That's how they move from place to place. But I'm also going to write butterflies can glide. I think that's an interesting fact about how they just kind of lay up there on the wind gusts and glide. So that is something I might consider writing about. Okay, a couple other things that I marked in my book that I thought was interesting. It says in here that butterflies only travel by day. They never fly at night. It is too cold at night, and so they rest. Okay, so that's an interesting fact that I didn't know. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this other cool National Geographic Kids book that I have on butterflies that I really like. And one of the things that I think is so cool about butterflies is that butterflies have this special straw-like tongue called a proboscis actually, I think you say it. And that proboscis is like a little straw, and that's how they suck up the sweet nectar from flowers. And so I think that's a fact that I think is so interesting that I wanted to share it with you. So I can write on this one, butterflies have, and then I'm going to write proboscis. Proboscis. It's kind of a tricky word. And again, that proboscis is a fun word. That means that they suck up the nectar with their straw-like structure. I thought this one was interesting too. Look at this teeny tiny little paper clip. You've seen sometimes in your folders that Mrs. Cox paper clips things together. Even though butterflies are strong enough to fly for miles and miles, they are so light and weigh less than a paper clip. So we could even have on our chart, butterflies are light. I'm going to write that here. That means that they don't weigh very much. And I found another one that I thought was so interesting in this book. I marked it. Did you know that a butterfly's antennas and their legs provide its sense of smell? So those little antennas that go up like this and their legs provide their sense of smell. So we could have butterflies have a proboscis. Butterflies have an antenna. You could write that word. I'm just going to put it down in case I want to write about that. Antenna. For their smell. Butterflies, let's see. Oh, one thing that I thought was interesting from the video you watched yesterday is butterflies are insects. So that might be a word that you wanted to write about. Sometimes I think about more like bugs, but they are actually insects. Butterflies are colorful, and sometimes I saw in the video that those bright colors kind of scare away their other predators, their enemies. So that might be something that you want to write about. Oh, I saw in the video that butterflies have wings. And the thing is that sometimes in pictures of butterflies, like this one that you're going to decorate today, it only shows 2 wings. But I actually noticed in the video yesterday that the butterflies have 4 wings. So that's a detail that you might want to write about. Butterflies have 4 wings. And so as you're watching or you're talking to your parents, you might want to just write down some ideas like this. In class, we're just going to kind of brainstorm our ideas. And then for your project that you're going to share on the Flipgrid is you're going to do a little butterfly report. And so in your folder, you will have a big blue piece of paper and you'll have a butterfly like this. Now in class, we're going to paint our butterflies with watercolor paints. If you don't have paints at home, you can do beautiful butterflies with watercolor markers or crayons, however you want to do that. And you'll glue that up at the top so it looks like flying. And then for your butterfly report, which will go down on the bottom, what I want you to do is I want you to do 3 sentences. And I want you to start out, you could write butterflies can, and then I want you to pick something that you learned about butterflies and you think other people would want to know about. Here's some ideas. Butterflies can migrate. Butterflies can fly. Butterflies can glide on the gusts of wind. Okay, so that's going to be your first sentence in your report. Then you'll go to your second sentence. Now you can start out with butterflies again, or you could also use our sight word they. So not every sentence starts out with butterflies. They have, I want you to use the sight word have, they have a proboscis. They have antenna, you could do that. They have 4 wings if you wanted to do that. Or you might have other ideas that you learned about. And then finally, for the third sentence in our report, we're going to use the sight word are. And these are just ideas that I jotted down, but you might have other ones. Butterflies are light. Butterflies are insects. Butterflies are colorful. So your report about butterflies is going to have 3 sentences. So we'll look forward to you sharing your reports and interesting things that you found out about butterflies with us on Flipgrid. Thanks, boys and girls. Have a good day.